I was an attendee at last year's conference. I'd seen the tickets for sale. I believe I worked with Sandro at UBS ages ago and ended up following him on Twitter and social media and just noticed him moving into writing his book and the whole craftsmanship conference happening and him blogging about things. So I managed to get an early bird ticket and treated myself because I'm worth it and turned up, and it was tremendous fun. Got chatting to Sandro afterwards and he said, would I like to do a talk? And here I am. If I could give anyone starting out just 3 pieces of advice, I'd say meet people, network, because you can learn from other people, and actually you can learn from mentoring other people and writing and talking to other people as well. So whatever level you're at, it isn't all about sitting in front of a laptop by yourself. This is really about people and doing things with people and for people. So find some allies and some friends and some people who can help you out, that you can help out. And then in terms of code, put your code in version control and test it. People, tests, version control, those 3. Start there and take it from there. If teams want to maintain and indeed improve their practices, they need to, talk to each other, be honest about when things aren't working out and when things are going wrong. Don't be afraid to rip it up and start again. There's no point in keep trying to make legacy code keep working if you can see better ways of doing things. By the same school, don't deliberately always follow the bleeding edge and the newest tools just because shiny. Again, it's about talking to each other. It's about feeling comfortable. I think Kevlin Hennies talked quite a lot about habitable code. So if this is stuff you're working with like 40 hours or so a week, you want to feel comfortable there. You want to not be afraid to change the thing in the back end or, so just basically I'm lazy. I want everyone to be happy and I don't want it to take hours. If you can do things so it's safe, quick, steady, fun. If it's not fun, then you're doing it wrong. So as I said earlier, Sandro was chatting to me and said, would I like to talk this year? I've written a book about genetic algorithms and machine learning. And Sandro, throwaway comment, said, I'm not sure what machine learning has got to do with it. And I thought, I see, that sounds like a talk title. I wonder what this talk's going to be about, and we'll find out tomorrow. I think we're going to find a lot of parallels between writing code well and machine learning, and how machines learn and how we learn. So, now there's lots of possible futures, and which one will come to pass, nobody knows, but maybe some more collaboration between ourselves and machines. How much stuff can we automate? How much stuff do we want to automate? Do we want to automate ourselves completely out of the equation or not? Will there be new programming languages? Will the machines start developing their own programming languages? Will we still be doing programming languages? Will we have hardware that evolves that, I don't know where it's going. Well, let's see. During my talk tomorrow, I want to give just a brief overview of some of the history of AI and machine learning. I think that a lot of the words have been misappropriated recently. People say, there's AI in your kettle. Oh, crikey, that's some dystopian sci-fi horror film. I don't want that. Thank you very much. I want to remind people where the terms have come from historically and look through where we're going and remind people of things we might have forgotten that we need to remember. But to give away my punchline, a lot of the AI stuff is about feedback. You don't just release Skynet and leave it to it. You're in the loop as well. There's a phrase that's used a lot, human in the loop. And I think that's a really important part of how AI works. And actually, dev practices as well, like I said earlier on, it's really about people and feedback and iterating and talking to each other. So I want people to go away knowing or having more of an idea of what AI and machine learning is about. Not just use frameworks to chuck in numbers and get numbers out the other side, but like dismantle it as a tech person. I do want to take the lid off and go, what does this bit do, and tinker and understand how it all works. So I want to just give people a glimmer of how some of these algorithms work. I'll do a lightning speed overview of how genetic algorithms work, and then I'll start sowing the seeds of whether AI can replace programmers or not. So hopefully just several things to think about and a little bit of knowledge. There are loads of frameworks and libraries out there that you can learn about and try and use yourself. I could list all of them, but I'll be here forever, and by the time this goes out, there'll be new ones, and some of them will have died off anyway. If you want to learn about machine learning and AI, just find something you're interested in and have an end goal in mind, a particular project or problem you want to solve, and try something out. See what happens. I've personally been looking at some swarm algorithms that I'm going to change slightly to find optimal places to put tables with food and coffee at conferences to avoid bottlenecks, so watch this space. Will I ever be replaced by a machine? How do you know I'm not a machine at the moment? You should come along to SC London next year to meet people, to have a variety of really interesting talks, to go away with your brain full of ideas, re-energised, things you want to try out, things you want to do. Maybe even talk yourself, who knows?